John Cena tried to bury Cody Rhodes. Gunther slaughtered Jimmy Uso and made Jay watch. And despite being the finest referee, Europe still hates Bianca. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we just witnessed a magnificent episode of Monday Night Raw from the O2 in London, an early contender for Raw of the Year. And might I say that
it's about damn time.
After weeks of begging, pleading, and praying for WWE to give us a build worthy of the road to WrestleMania, Triple H finally woke up. He finally locked in. We started off the show with the most anticipated story going into Vegas. Of course, I'm talking about the newly minted heel Cena having yet another face-to-face with Daddy Cool Cody Rhodes. There was a lot riding on this segment. We needed something big, because as great as the ruining wrestling, dumping all of his fans, and making that little kid famous stick was, his first two heel promos felt completely disconnected from his actions. No mention of The Rock or why he sold his soul. He kept avoiding Cody. But on Monday, this all changed. Cody didn't let Cena get in his weekly evil monologue. Cody was ready for all the smoke. He won't scared. He dared John to cook him, told Cena to stop the cap, and asked him why he's been lying to the audience. But Cena wasn't gonna put on the chef hat. Oh no, no. The GOAT brought out the golden shovel.
You had to leave because you realized that you're best you can't wipe my ass.
Good God almighty. I don't want to hear no more about Cody Rhodes being protected because Cena went full scorched earth on your boy. Called him a sociopathic nepo baby, mediocre, a slimy pickpocket that stole the blueprint and rode on his coattails. Told Cody that he was nothing but his chauffeur, that he's been coasting on a catchy theme song and entrance to get by. You can put Cena in the pantheon of world-class shit talkers, haters, and dissers. Right up there with the Nas's and the Kendricks. But Cody ain't no Drake. And he for damn sure ain't no Austin Theory. Even when the crowd started to shift towards Cena's side, he reeled them back in. Everything Cena threw at him, he sent it right on back. Cody said the people chose him, but Cena couldn't say the same. He was chosen by a guy in the office who's not there anymore that they don't talk about. Come on out, you bitch! Said that Cena left WWE worse off than how he found it. Chased so many fans away that it was easy for Cody to start AEW, and closed with saying never has he ever had fans chant, "You can't wrestle at him." Talk your shit, Cody! Fam, this is exactly what we've been waiting for, and it overexceeded my expectations. If the reports are true that this was Cena's last appearance before WrestleMania, what an awesome way to close things out.
Now you tell me who won.
The promo battle, Cena or Cody. Cena and Cody are both my two favorite wrestlers ever, and I think both of these guys killed it. Story-wise though, Cody was the one who was standing tall at the end of this, literally, but he's been on the victorious end, so to speak, for the last 3 weeks. That makes me think the Mania match is Cena's to win, with shenanigans, of course, courtesy of the final boss, which he's gotta show up soon, right? Cody finally mentioned Cena selling out, but why hasn't John?
I don't know!
I'm still holding out hope that we'll get another appearance from Cena along with The Rock on one of the go-home shows, but in the meantime, the rest of the Mania card is starting to get me hyped up. Now, if you would have told me on February 1st that I would be excited for Jay versus Gunther 4 at Mania, I would have.
That's when I smack the shit out you. I smack the shit.
Now, the Usos are one of my favorite tag teams of all time, and I love the Yeet Man, but I thought that Jay winning the Rumble meant that Punk had no chance of main eventing Mania, and the lackluster build didn't help either. But then God sent a ram in the bush. Thank you, Big Jim, for being the sacrificial lamb. Does part of me feel bad that Jimmy Uso might not have a match at Mania of his own, especially after the standout standout singles work he's been doing? I honestly do, but his brother desperately needed him. There was only so far they were gonna get with this crisis of confidence angle. I liked how they incorporated the real life criticism and the botches into this, but there was still no heat for the match. It was feeling very mid-card and not main event Jey Uso. But running Gunther versus Jimmy in the post-match massacre shifted my entire perspective. I was given Rocky IV. Jey has to avenge his brother now. Gunther looked like a monster, bathing in the blood of his enemies. Now I want to see Jey versus Gunther. They're playing off their strengths. This is why we love the right-hand man. Seeing his inner turmoil and rooting for him against the tyrannical force. Gunther is at his best when he's dominant, cocky, arrogant, merciless. If I knew we were gonna get this, maybe I wouldn't have been so bummed out when Jey won the Rumble. I'm so glad that they actually gave one of these European crowds a worthwhile show. I know this was the end of the tour and they'll be back stateside for the rest of the build to Mania. As much as I love you guys and gals over there, the creative chants, the high energy, and the overall vibes, I've got one serious bone to pick with you, and I'm tired of ignoring it. Why in the blue hell do you keep booing Bianca? What did she ever do to you guys? With the reaction you're giving her, you're making it seem like she attacked Jey, that she's the real villain. Look, I understand being pro Io Sky and all, but you're still cheering for Rhea, the child who keeps throwing temper tantrums when she doesn't get her way, who keeps blaming everyone else for her own failures. Somebody has got to explain this to me. Is it the Super Cena thing all over again? I don't really get that considering she spent the last year in the tag division, and Rhea Bloody Ripley is right there. She's booked just as, if not more strong than Bianca is. Obviously, we knew the whole special guest referee deal was gonna end in some utter schmoz, and the pure chicanery has got to lead to another exciting triple threat match for Mania. If you saw my last video, I talked about how this very much well could have main evented night one. Even though it isn't, it's still gonna be special, box office big time, and might steal the entire weekend. And I know some of you probably aren't gonna like this, but Bianca should definitely win. But I honestly wouldn't mind if Io retained. Either way, Rhea just needs to eat the pin. The child needs to learn her lesson to stop getting distracted and throwing fits. Oh shoot. Her chasing for a while could get us to the eventual Bianca versus Rhea dream match that should main event a major show. Overall, this was a banger show from top to bottom and did a great job building up the Mania undercard as well as the top attractions. It was time to step things up and I'm glad they passed the test. Now SmackDown, I'm a bit worried. It's got some big shoes to fill. Thankfully, it is in Chicago. You got Rey Fénix's debut, the first match post Naomi's heel turn, a last man standing match between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman, and of course we should be getting some development with the favor drama. It's promising. It's just the 3-hour format and all, and the Road Dogg writing situation. Hopefully WWE can keep up the momentum. Fortunately, Raw did get me pretty excited, so I won't complain too much for the rest of the week. But that's enough yapping out of me for today. It's your turn to tag into the comment section, super kick that like button, and too sweet that notification bell. How did you feel about the promo battle? Are you yeeting or no yeeting now? What Mania match are you most looking forward to? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of EK Wrestling. My name is Brandon. I love you all and I sincerely appreciate the support as always. Until next time, please remember that wrestling isn't just a love story. It's much more than that. It's hope. And in a world surrounded in hate, greed, and violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse. Take care, guys.